Hi everyone, this is John from RSMVHelp, and today I'm going to be working on how to correctly execute and accurately time a TV simulator effect in Sony Vegas. And we're just going to get a quick clip here of an air guitar remote, and then we'll bring that into Sony Vegas and work with it there. So, got that. And let's go into Vegas now, why don't we? Here we are in Vegas, and what we're going to do is, as is normal, we're going to cut down to where we have what we want, which is, approximately that. And we're going to get the air guitar clip, which is right here, and split it at the beginning, and we're going to split it again once we have all that we need, which is right over there. So we're dealing with, 2-second clip or so. And the goal of this is to have the TV simulator effect, which if you add that effect, it can be very daunting because there's a lot of things you have to work with. But we're going to get that to work to our bidding. So the first thing I want to do is change the colors around a little bit just to make it look a little bit better. So we're going to go into levels, and input end, we're going to bring that down a little bit to lighten it up, but then we're going to take output end and take that down. So you're kind of graying it, I guess you could say, because you're lightening it up, but then you're decreasing the amount of light that's going into it. So for what it's worth. Then something you definitely need to have for all TV simulator effects is a linear blur, in my opinion, for what it's worth. A 90-degree linear blur, because we're going to have it moving vertically. And I'm just going to turn that off for now, and we'll deal with the TV simulator. So what we want to do is we're going to have it start off moving very quickly, and then we want it to stop. Okay. So what most people would do is we're going to go to TV simulator, set this as reset to none, and take the vertical sync and move that all the way down. So now it's moving very quickly, okay? And then they'd take vertical sync, say here, and move it all the way up, okay? And when you do that, do a little RAM preview here, see, it really doesn't work because it's never going at the fastest speed that you really wanted it at. It just looks retarded, honestly. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how we can make that look good. So let's do that now. We're going to take the TV simulator with a vertical sync of, say, 0.25, okay? And then we're going to go through the frames, okay, starting maybe at 1 second, and we're going to find one that's very, see how that's very close to having the correct frame. Like, that's correct. If we go back, that's correct, and there's some other ones, like that's correct. So we're going to go to this one, and we're going to go one back from it and create a keyframe. Okay. Now we're going to go up to that one, and we're going to take the vertical sync all the way up to 100%. Okay. And what that's saying is that in this one frame, it's going from a 0.25 vertical sync to a 100% vertical sync, which in essence is going from this moving very quickly to stopping right on cue. So let's see how that looks. And as you can see, it stops just where we want it, which is good. So that accomplishes that aspect. Now what we need to do is work with a linear blur. So we're going to turn that effect back on, and it's 90 degrees, and I want the amount of blur to reflect the amount of TV simulator. So this is a 0.25 vertical sync, so that's pretty much all the way as spinning as fast as it can. So I'm going to put this at 0.15 because that's a very big linear blur. You never really want to go above 0.25, 0.3 with your linear blur because it just looks, well, I'll show you, like that. So we're going to go 0.15, so you can kind of still see what it's showing. And we're going to come up to pretty much where the TV simulator ends, and I'm going to go a little bit in front of that so that it's more gradual. and we're going to take the amount down to 0 with the keyframes. So from here, it's going to be large linear blur, and then it's going to slow down as the TV simulator slows down likewise. So we're going to play that, and we're going to get something like this. And of course this is very, very slow from what would normally happen. You can also add more effects like glows and stuff like that. But this is the basic TV simulator effect. You can do that with line sync as well. I didn't really talk about that. But if you wanted to make this the vertical sync 1 and the line sync 0.25, and this the line sync 0.25 here with a 1 vertical sync, and then here everything's back to normal, that kind of works too. I prefer it with the vertical sync just because it looks better to me, honestly, because that looks really strange from what we did have, which is that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, feel free to post a video response to what you think, and make a video response of yourself doing it. So thank you. This is John. See ya. Hi everyone, this is John from